So I decided to leave this hat that I picked up at the barn hostel and these waterproof socks here. Not taking them with me. The waterproof socks don't really fit, and the hat doesn't fit either. Oh, the waterproof socks fit, but they don't keep my feet dry. So I'm not gonna carry them anymore. 9 o'clock. I'm all packed up, ready to hit the trail, getting the shuttle back to the trail. So this is the last time I'll be in Marion, unless the drive to Trail Days brings me through, but I won't be stopping then, I don't imagine. So looks like it's not gonna rain till like 3 o'clock this afternoon, so I'm gonna try to get a couple miles in, like maybe 6 miles in before then. We'll see how it goes, and I'll keep you up to date. Good morning again. It's the 3rd of May. I'm heading north. I'm from the Econ station. Unfortunately, the coach from the Marion Hostel didn't have enough time to take me back to the Settlers Museum. He said he had 3 more shuttles to do before 10. So I'm hiking from here, and that's fine. I've done this section before. I'm heading north. It's supposed to rain around 4. I'm going to try to do as many miles as I can before then. We'll see how far I get here. There's a young guy over here in the silver truck. Give me a Gatorade. So that's actually pretty good. I just threw away my small bottle because it had some chocolate powder from a breakfast essential that I had the other day. And I'd forgotten to wash it out at the pharmacy, and it was or at the hostel, and it was kind of gross. So I pitched it, walked around the corner, and, well, half a mile up trail, and, hey, would you like a Gatorade? And I'm like, yeah, sure, thank you. So, I'm not going to go very far today. We're expecting heavy rain this afternoon, and I don't want to get caught out in it, and even if it doesn't rain this afternoon, we've discussed this. I never really sleep well in hostels, so if I was to push on, there's a camp in 6 miles that I stayed at in 22. The water source is right there next to the trail, but if we get heavy rain, that might be a flash flood zone, and I don't really want to get caught in that kind of situation. So, anyway, check out this gorgeous house right here. How about that? Right on the edge of the Appalachian Trail. I bet they didn't know they were moving in next to the Appalachian Trail when they bought the place. But that would be a gorgeous place for a hostel. Whew. Right there. We are 150 feet from the trail. Here's the trail. There's the house. Beautiful field we just walked through, full of cow patties. Cow shit all over the fucking trail. I mean, it's dry-ish, but I don't want to actually step in it and have my shoes smell like cow shit for a week. All things considered, though, it's a fairly pretty meadow cow pasture that we just hiked through, almost to the northern edge of it. Looks like there's a gate on the northern end of the fence. I seem to remember there being a really steep stile here last time, but the gate is much, much more preferred. It's easier to get through a gate. Climbing up and over a steep stile is super annoying, especially with a heavy pack on. Ideally, I don't want to take off my pack except for when I'm taking breaks. I prefer hiking with it and just keeping it on my back, not having to think about it. Every time you take it on and off, that's more energy you're using. So unless you're stopping to sit down and actually take a break, I really don't, or get something out of the pack, I really don't want to take off the pack during the day. This is the spring for the place that I stopped to have probably gonna stop for the night here. I'm carrying all my bags so I can get plenty of water, but it's an artisanal spring of some sort. It's fresh spring water, but obviously I'm gonna filter because anything can get in there. Oh, hell. Just saw what looked like a frog swimming around. So definitely gonna filter. Oh, look at that. Huh. Not surprising that somebody. Oh yeah, look, I forgot about this. Look at this. Somebody has a pipe in here that goes God knows where, and they use it for probably watering their garden or something. I'm sure there's a pump on the end of this pipe. But I'm gonna try to scoop. Maybe I should have brought my Gatorade bottle. Oh well, I don't have it. So I followed my ears past the pond, little pond spring, and I found this waterfall, which will make like scooping into my C-Nox bag a hell of a lot easier. Just gotta figure out how to get over there. And again, if you do come here, don't mess with the pipe. Some farmer uses that to feed his crops or his animals or something. Hell, might even use it to water his house. So leave that alone. Last thing we need is a pissed off farmer coming up here and messing with hikers. Right there looks like a good place to scoop from, if I can get over there. So it's about 6 o'clock on April 3rd. I'm in for the night. Sounds like I'm gonna have a wet night tonight, but that's okay. I'm fully ensconced in my tent and sleeping bag, and I'm very dry. In case anybody was wondering, this and that down there are patches. I got some holes in my bug net. Have to get some patch material, but it seems to be doing a good job keeping the holes secure. Not sure how I got the holes. One day I crawled into my tent and realized there was holes. So, anyway. Good morning. It's May 4th. I am packing up. Bag and my sleeping pad all wrapped up. This pad's still on the ground, but that's the last thing to get out of the tent. I've had breakfast, and I'm just gonna load my pack up and start hiking. So, it's 8:44. I am packed up, ready to go. I unfortunately lost a tent stake here last night, so I'm down to 9. I was up to 12 at one point, but I'm down to 9. I've looked for it. I don't see it. I'm not going to look for it anymore. It's probably buried underneath these leaves somewhere, and I just dropped my drone. Lovely. Everything's coming apart. This beautiful flower on this tree. Bright orange. I don't know what it is. No idea. But it's very pretty. Oh, there it is. Sorry about that. Alright, stopped for a brief break at the old Davis shelter site. I tried to take a shit, but my body said no. So it means I'm probably going to have to take a cattle on a couple miles. Just, like I said, stopped for a brief break. It's a beautiful, looks like freshly refurbished picnic table here. Some bricks around the fire pit. Some stairs, pretty, couple flat spots. What it lacks is, in addition to the shelter though, is water. There is no water here. So I don't think I'll ever stay here. I know I won't be staying here today. I want to do another 8-9 miles today. So I'm going to keep pushing on. Beautiful purple flowers on this rhododendron bush, I think. That's what this is. Nice. Arrived at another milestone. Quarter way to from Georgia to Maine. And consequently, 3/4 of the way from Maine to Georgia. Nice. Right, I gotta keep pushing. Running low on water, and I got a couple more miles to go to get to the water source. Not really, well, plenty. I'm thirsty, and I don't want to drink too much because I don't want to run out. But it's about 3/4 of the way full, so I should be okay. Hey guys, wanted to show you this uphill climb. Oh, it's pretty steep. It's not very long though. Oh, I'm doing pretty good on these uphills so far today. But it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, little. Oh. All right, we're gonna make it up, and then it's a ridge run for about 8/10 of a mile, I think. There might be one little up in the ridge run, but it shouldn't be too bad. Oh, believe it or not, this is actually really hard. I know I make it look easy because I'm badass, but it's real hard. Oh. 11 days till trail days. Looking forward to that. I need to get a new kilt. The stitching is coming apart. So, I'll get a new one, fix this one. Also need to get a new, pad. I'm hoping that Big Agnes will, hook me up, because my brother gave me the one I have for Christmas, and it shouldn't be sailing this soon. If they won't hook me up with a new pad, I'm going to consider switching to a hammock for the rest of the hike. Because I don't want to really shell out $200 for another sleeping pad that'll only last 2 months. I got about 40 feet up over the next 15 feet, or thereabouts. 30 feet of up, I don't know. Then once I'm at the top of this, it should be pretty level for a ways. Check behind, make sure nobody's behind me. Almost there. 10 more feet. This is hard. It's not that hot today. It's like, I don't know, low 60s maybe. Checked my phone a little while ago. It says, about the time I called my mother, I checked my phone. It says there's a 80% chance of rain at 4. So, well, noon now, I got 4 more hours. And then depending on what the weather says at 4, I'll either take a break, sit on my tent to wait out the weather, or say fuck it and just hike through it. Alright, almost there. Nice. I stopped for a bit of a break, sitting down here on the ground. Just came up to the top of the hill. I got a flat bit and then another up. I've got a bit more up, like another, I don't know, 500 feet or something. I'll check the far out in a minute. Actually, I've got 2 phones. I can check the far out now. But I realized it was Sunday in May, and I just wanted to check real quick and make sure it wasn't Mother's Day, because if it's Mother's Day, you should always call your mother on Sunday. That is general rule of thumb, and I am going to try to give her a call from here in a minute. But beautiful red flower right on the center of the trail. Figured I'd show it to you. Yeah, isn't that pretty? A couple more buds right there. You can tell spring is come. It's fresh greenery and fresh flowers everywhere you look. It's quite pretty. There's a yellow flower there. More yellow flowers here. Yeah, everywhere you look there's fresh greenery, flowers, life popping up. There's some white flowers of some sort. Anyway, gotta keep going. The last little up for now, and then just spotted a really bright red bird. It's possible it's a cardinal, but it seemed almost gem bright. Ooh, black wings. There it is. Right there. No idea what it is. But it's not a cardinal, I don't think. It's hard to tell though. But when it flew, it had black wings, which is not a cardinal. I don't know what it is. I'd love for somebody to tell me. Where is it? Right there. It's a really bright red. I don't know if the camera does justice. And I can't keep the camera focused and walk. Oh well. It looks like some sort of sparrow. But I've never seen a bird that bright before. I edit. But I camped here at this spot right ahead of us for 2 days in 2022. When I got here, I had a cold, like bronchitis type cold, and so I camped right here, and then I recovered from the cold, but then I got my leg. I get cellulitis in my right leg, and I got a cellulitis infection. So I ended up spending 2 days at this spot in 2022. I'm not going to spend that long here. I'm going to get some water, I've got some of that split pea soup that I like, and I got some hot dogs, and I'm going to make that into a meal, have that, and then keep hiking. I want to do like 3.5 more miles today. Oh, so I'm going to set my pack down. I'm going to go get some water. I am completely out of water, so timed it really well. And then I'm going to go and make some food. Sorry about that. Go make some food and get hiking again. Well, I got this hat at the Outfitter or at the hostel in Marion. It was in the hiker box. Figured it's a good rain hat, plus it'll keep the sun off me. Unfortunately, when I put my phone down just a minute ago, somehow the screen shattered. That's not good. But this is an old phone that I'm using. The storage is almost full anyway, so I think when the storage fills up, now that it's got a shattered screen, I'll send it home and I'll just use the hot dogs that I am using in my dinner. I'm just cut them up into little pieces, and then I will add in some water, get that boiling, and then add in the pea soup, and I'll have a good lunch. Right next to this beautiful burbling brook. I did take off my boots to let my feet rest for a little while. I'll put them back on before I start hiking again. About 2:54, and I'm heading north. The next 1.5 miles is pretty steep uphill, but after that it's a gradual down to a road where I'm hopefully going to be meeting a friend of mine. We'll see what happens. It's last time I looked at the weather, it said rain at 4. I don't know. Guy's starting to turn black behind me. Still blue to the side of me. Cloudy ahead of me. Hopefully it doesn't start raining while I'm going up this hill, but I think it might. But there's no place to stop unless I want to go back, and I don't want to do that. And it's raining. I was hoping to get another hour before it started. That's annoying. Oh, I'm halfway up a hill. There's no place to camp. So I'm just gonna keep pushing. Oh. So I found a place where I could kind of sort of set up my tent. It's barely up. I tied it to some trees to key it up, but it gets me out of the rain, and then I guess I will pack up and start hiking again once this rain stops. Yeah, something's wrong with the camera. There's a crack right through the center of the lens on the forward facing on this camera. So yeah, this one doesn't have long. I'll have to send it home and stay with it. Use my other one exclusively. Oh well. 4 o'clock. Sun's come out. Stopped raining. I'm gonna pack up and keep hiking. So this is where I set my tent up. It appears to be an old roadbed or something between the rhododendrons. It wasn't really flat, but it's flat enough to get me out of the rain for a few minutes. And now the skies are clear and it's sunny, and I'm gonna push some more miles. I got 3 more miles to where I want to end for the day, so we'll see how I do. So down there you can see a little bit of flat spot that I found to set my tent up. It wasn't much of a spot, but it kept me dry, and now the skies are completely clear and blue and sunny. I should be able to get a couple more miles before dark. So even though the next point 6 is continuous uphill, it's actually not that bad of a up climb. I have 0.6 to go to get to the top of this mountain, and 308 feet of up, which, I mean, the trail is trending upwards, but it's not like a steep climb like that one I recorded earlier today with my drone. This one's just a gradual upwards trend that I can basically just stroll along. Not as easy as a stroll as if I was going downhill, of course. I do stop every now and then, but I think I'm doing pretty good. It's about 5 o'clock, so I figure I'll get to the top of this around 5:30 or so. Well, I made it to the top, and it is 5:27, so I call that pretty good. I'm 1.7 from the road, but it's all downhill, so I should be able to do it pretty quickly, maybe an hour and a half. So yeah, 7 o'clock is when I thought I'd get there. So I texted my friend, said I'd be there by 7. Haven't heard back from him, but I've got my phone on airplane mode, so I'll have to check it halfway down, see what he says. Oh, well, it's pretty up here. But I need to put my phone down and focus on hiking so I don't wind up face first on the ground. There's no actively accessible water along this trail, but there's the water down there and all sorts of water along this stretch that I can hear off trail, but it's hard to get to. Fortunately, I have half a bottle left. So anyway, it's always good to know that there's a lot of water along the trail. In fact, I'm seeing just off trail here, there's actually a big pool. Of course, getting down to it would be impossible. You can see that little pool there, but as you can see, getting down to it not something that's gonna happen. So yeah, water down there, but it's like an 85 degree down angle to get down. There's no way. Well, I could get down. I would not be able to get back up. So, and because I've got water, I'm not going down there. Oh man, my feet are starting to bother me. I am glad I'm almost done for the day. I got just about a mile left of downhill hiking. My feet are definitely screaming at me. Beautiful overview. With this camp spot, I didn't realize there was a camp spot here. But there's no water, so I'm pushing onto the road. My friend will be meeting me shortly, I think. Oh, look at that beautiful old tree. Oh, it's 6:29, and I am 2/10 of a mile from the road. Whew. My feet are really screaming at me. Wish I'd stopped and taken some ibuprofen at some point, but I didn't. Oh well. I'll be there in a minute. It's all pretty smooth. If my feet weren't killing me, I'd be feeling good. But my feet are definitely slowing me down. Hell, if my feet weren't slowing me down, I'd be there by now. But yeah, like I said, my feet are slowing me down. They hurt a lot. I've done 8.5 or something. I'll tell you for certain. Well, it's 6:41. I made it 8.4 miles, which doesn't seem like very much until you feel my feet. If you were wearing my feet, you would feel like you walked a hell of a lot longer than that. I told my friend I'd be here at 7. Clearly, I'm a little early. There's no cell phone service, so I can't tell him that I'm here. But I'm 3.3 miles from the a hostel called the Quarter Way Inn. So I'm going to walk up this paved road here to the hostel. I should be able to get Wi-Fi signal there. It is May 5th. 10 days till trail days. It rained all night long. Not all night long. It rained for about, I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours. I'm awake now. I missed my friend last night, so he's going to try to meet me again tonight at a different road crossing, which is 9 miles from here. It's 6:30, though. I am up. I'm at the halfway hostel. I'm going to go in a minute and get breakfast. 6:30. I want to let the sun come up and dry out my tent a little because it's pretty. Part of that is because I slept in grass. Sleeping in grass, you would think it'd be comfortable, and it is, but grass, as you can see, has moisture on it in the morning. So, if you sleep tent in grass, your tent's always gonna be wet. Wet in the morning. Oh, and it's a little foggy. I haven't looked at the weather report yet today. I don't know what the weather's gonna be like, but heck, I can almost hear drops of fog collecting on my tent. Anyway, I'm awake. It's 6:30. There's coffee inside, so I'm gonna get up, go inside, get some coffee. I'm not usually a coffee drinker, but if it's available, I'll drink it. And then there will be breakfast at 7. I'll try to get my gear packed up by 7:30 and get back to the trail. 9 miles seems like long. I wasn't gonna do 9. I was gonna do 7, 8 miles today. That was my goal. But he's like, hey, can you meet me at this other road crossing? And I'm like, shit, that's another 1.5 miles past where I wanted to go. I don't know. We'll have to see what time I get to the inn, if I can get across the river crossing. I was planning on going to Lick Creek crossing, which is a pretty deep wade. It's knee deep unless you've had rain, and we've had a lot of rain in the last 2 days, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get across it even. But we'll see.
Even was the better word.
So, apple cinnamon scones, breakfast hash, sausage breakfast strata, homemade sourdough, pancakes, smoothies. And then the honey's from the bees on the hill. The blackberry is homemade from blackberries on the property. Ooh.